Hi, thanks so much for stopping by Sabelle Design Studio. Welcome to my channel. I am super excited to bring a by popular demand video. Thanks to a ton of comments that I got on my last video, more than I've ever gotten before. So I don't know what I did differently on that video, but thank you all for commenting, sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your tips, your tricks, your requests. It was a lot of fun to read all the comments and respond to them. Today we're going to learn about making labels. Really simple DIY, easy to make labels to add to your gifts, your products. You can design your own label. It really is a lot of fun, and they're pretty easy to make. And they're pretty easy to attach. One of the things I didn't cover in the video is that I use white thread to attach the label to the product I'm working on, partly because the fabric is white and I've tried different colored thread and it just doesn't look right. I also use a 2.5 stitch length to make sure that the label stays on very nice and tight. In addition to that, to make sure that the label is centered, I do use glue to adhere the label to the product right before sewing, and I just put a little thin line of glue right down the center of it, center the label exactly where I want it, and then sew all the way around. I usually use either this Barely Art glue, which is actually a phenomenal product. I bought it on Amazon. I saw it on a video. I can't believe how great this glue is. Like, I can't tell you enough how much I'm impressed by this product. It glues metal, plastic, fabric, anything you want to glue. I haven't had a problem gluing anything with that. But if you don't have the Barely Art, or you're not planning to buy that, you can use this tacky glue, which I think I got at the Dollar Tree. So just as long as it's a glue. And I've gone back and tried to take off labels that I glued on with this tacky glue, and they're on there pretty strongly. So don't worry about that. I've never printed my labels on a different colored fabric. That might be something that you want to try. Let me know how that goes. Share it in the comments. I really appreciate all the support. I am so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I'm super excited about that, because when I started this journey, I'd have been happy with 2 subscribers, if I'm honest. But to have close to 2,000 subscribers, I can't tell you. Makes me a little nervous, but it also makes me a lot excited. So I am definitely sticking to my mantra of creating the life I want to live, and I'm having a ton of fun sharing with you all what I've learned. By all means, I am not an expert. I've never taken a sewing class. I'm just that growth mindset kind of person. I just enjoy having you all here with me, supporting and engaging on my videos. So thank you once again. If you haven't already, go ahead and please hit that subscribe button, and if you like the video, please like it, and then of course turn on the notifications so you get notified. I do have a list of ideas of things I want to bring to you, so more fun to come. And let's not forget, for the month of August, we will invest in our well-being and self-care. And for me, last Monday, I started my workouts again. I do a 25-minute workout just to keep mobile, just to keep moving. And I did yoga, and I don't like yoga. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys feel that way, but I don't like yoga. But let me tell you, I did what they called a gentle yoga, and it was fabulous. I really enjoyed it. So I feel like I'm investing in my well-being and my self-care. With all that said, I hope you all enjoy this video, and let's get to it. To create my label, I started here in Canva. You hit the create button here at the top. You choose custom size, and I believe I have to change this from PX to IN, which is inches, and I do 2 inches by 1 inch. Create new design. Go ahead and add a text box here, and then I am going to go ahead and type in, and then I'm going to add, I want this one to be separate so that I can play with it. Okay, so I will bring this one down below. Now I want this one to be bigger
stand out. And I want this one to be smaller. And I want this one centered, so I'm looking for that. There's the line right there. Okay, now this one I do want to use a different font. Um, Oops, it's a little too big. And then I also have a color scheme. So you choose the text color here at the top. And I already have my palette here, which I've programmed into Canva. So when I'm working, I can always select the color that I want. Uh, Now, if I wanted to, I could do this one and add an effect to it, um, like this, for example, and it gives it kind of that. I can make it thicker. I can change the direction of the shadow. This is that. I already have my design, so I'm just going to play with this. Usually what I do is um, I will go ahead, I can duplicate this and I can play with it, change different colors. Um, and see what I like, which one I want to keep. Do I want them both? All right, so once you have your design the way you want it, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add um, some lines around it so that when you photocopy it, it makes it easier to cut them out. So I usually like to do dotted lines and I just do it all the way around the edge. And I will take and there we go. Once I've got it there, you can duplicate it. There we go. You can just copy it and then drag it to the top, drag it to the bottom. See if I can paste another one. Yep. And just grab the circle, move it to the edge. And then copy, paste. There you go. So this way, when you print this out, you will have a line all the way around and it'll be easier to cut them out straight instead of trying to figure out how, where to cut the labels. It'll already separate them with the little lines and it'll be perfect. So what you can do again, shoot, wonder, the good thing is you can undo. I trashed it instead of duplicating. You can duplicate and then change the colors so that you don't have to like draw those lines all over again. And then you can trash this one that doesn't have the lines. And there you've got two different styles with the lines all the way around. And that way it'll make it easier to cut out your labels. So up here at the top is the name of the file. So I can certainly put, I can put product label and then hit share, download, and then you can choose if you want to download both or just one. I'm going to do both. So then it shows it right here. See how it's named product label down here at the bottom. And then I could just save it to my downloads. And then I go to downloads and open it up and then save it to whatever folder I want to save it. And then I can take that image, copy it, and put it into a Word document and duplicate it so that I have my duplicated copy. Okay, so here we go. Here is what I end up with after I have designed in Canva, then taken the design and it from my downloads after I've downloaded it, and then put it into a Word document and then size it the way that I want it. And then I just copy over and over again. What you'll see in this one here is that I have two different colors. Let me see.
I don't know if you can tell there, but I have, this one is the pinkish color, and then this is the purplish color that I have. So I did design these a little different. Again, I do put a label on the inside, so I have 2 sets of labels that I need to make right now. So this is the transfer paper that I use. I do get it on Amazon. It's a light fabric and inkjet printer, friendly. And you just take your photocopy from your Word document that you've created on regular paper. I printed it out on regular paper. And here is a piece of the true heat transfer paper. This is the back of it. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this into your printer. You're going to feed your paper in. To find out how your paper feeds, what I usually do is I take a piece of regular copy paper, I draw a line on it, and then put it in the printer. And that way you find out if you feed your printer this way or you feed your printer this way. So it's important for you to know to put in the paper the right way so that it prints on this side and not this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And here is the copy. All you do now there you go. So now you take and you just peel this right off the backing. So I usually use white, just white cotton. I just got that piece. Here's some other pieces that I had. Probably use this one for this one next. And I just use regular white cotton. You want to press it, make sure it's nice and pressed and flat. And you just set this right on the fabric. Use some craft paper or parchment paper and just press it. There you go. And now just cut them out. See how putting those grid lines really helps to be able to know exactly where you need to cut. Now I've cut these different ways. I've cut them using a rotary cutter. I've cut them using scissors. It just depends on what makes you most comfortable. If you're going to use a rotary cutter, be extremely careful. The last time I made labels, I actually chopped the top of this finger off right here. I think you can see kind of the scar there, but yeah, be very, very careful if you are going to use a rotary cutter, because this is really thin and slippery. So I would recommend scissors. It's probably the easiest way. Takes a little while, but just put on a good show. Put on one of my YouTube videos and cut these labels out. Here is the final product. All of the labels that I printed. Now I'll just go ahead and cut off that piece of fabric there and start slicing up labels. And then once I have them all cut up, I just put them in this little box that I got. They fit very nicely in here. I do have the 2 colors. I have the one with the pinkish color and then the one with the purplish color. So I just keep those separate.